Hello, this webinar is titled Voting, a Prescription for National Health. It could also be titled Love Your Neighbor with Your Vote, and I hope to make the case in these few minutes that this is true. First, I'd like to define two words. Description, that is, to tell of an account of a person, object, or event. Prescription, a recommendation that is authoritatively put forward. These words sound the same, and yet they're very different. Description is backward-looking, prescription is forward-looking. With these definitions in mind, I'd like to take a look at a well-known Bible verse. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when a wicked man rules, the people groan. Proverbs 29:2. A vast majority of people read this and only see it as descriptive, that is, after the fact. But what if we were to look at this as prescriptive, something we have control over, and that we hold the keys to? Let's explore this a little further. Descriptive. It's after the fact. It is done. The leader's in place. The people have to suffer. It is a lament. But if it's prescriptive, it's an action item. It is prophetic. It predicts what will happen if the people are careless with who they choose as leaders. It's something we have control over. So considering this, in other words, if we choose a person of low or no character, or if allow a person of low or no character to be placed in office by not participating in the choosing process, aren't we going to cause our family, our neighbors, and our country to groan? Listen to these synonyms so you can absorb this. Labor, suffer, struggle, oppression, floundering, being ground down, loss of hope. Most of the world has to accept the descriptive definition or interpretation of this, that is, after the fact. But in the U.S., God has put us in the prescriptive realm. We have control over it. We get to choose what happens to our neighbors by choosing the leaders that we elect and place in office. What can be said about a person or a believer that because of laziness, ignorance, or selfishness allows his neighbor to groan because he has not exercised or stewarded his vote, and thereby they let the wicked rule? I think that's something to think about. This is Christian Civics Training. Thanks for listening.